control. Normally I am. Cool. Great. So I'm just going to reiterate for those of you who are joining, or if you're watching on the replay. Firstly, if you've not met me before, I think everyone that's live on the call has probably seen my face before, but just if you are watching on the replay over on the Frollo channel, I'm Colleen. I am a behavioural change coach. I also study the psychology of mental health and wellbeing, and I also have a degree in neuroscience. I'm really geeky about how the brain works. I love understanding behaviour and thought processes and how each individual person might react differently to, a given set of experiences, for example. And that's what I do day to day. That's what I support mostly parents to do, is to understand their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, and their behaviours, and how all of those cogs kind of work together to create their lived experience, their subjective experience, and how we can manipulate some of those things to make it better or change it. And hypnosis is one of the modalities that I use within that. And normally when I use it, it is on a one-to-one. So the hypnosis will be written specifically for that person based on things that we are particularly working on. And then today, what we're doing is much more generic because we're working with a group, and we are focusing on grounding, on relaxation, of switching off kind of some of those spiraling and racing thoughts that we have going round, and being able to kind of quiet that and find a little bit of space within that, kind of being able to just move that all to one side just for half an hour, 40 minutes, so that you have that clarity in your head, you have that space in your mind to unravel some of those things. And that's the idea. When you kind of come out of this, not only will you feel really relaxed and probably quite sleepy, but it will give you a little bit of clarity because you'll have that space in your mind. So if you've not had hypnosis before, I do just want to reassure some of you that it's not, what we're doing today is not what you see on a stage show, for example, where they make people act in certain ways or say certain things when a trigger word is said. Although that works on similar principles, that is absolutely not the work that I do. So you, as the person listening, are in control 100% of the time. And what I mean by that is you can simply open your eyes to stop the session. You are conscious the whole time. I don't control any of your thought processes or how you react or how you respond. That is down to yourself. Just unmute myself. It's okay. That's down to yourself. So you get to decide if for any reason you want to stop the session. All you need to do is open your eyes. Now, what I would also suggest, if you do that, and at the end of the session, you focus in on some things that you can see, some things that you can maybe feel or smell, just some grounding techniques, because often people come around feeling quite dazed, quite sort of sleepy, and it's just nice to be able to have those touch points, have those grounding points. This is also especially important if, and as I was saying before, the likelihood is incredibly slim, but I want to be reassuring people and quite clear on this. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, if at any point something happens, or something within the hypnosis makes you feel uncomfortable, and you need that extra grounding, or you need to come back around and just be back in the present moment, that's totally okay, and you're in control to do that. I'd really encourage you to use that grounding technique. So either using the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique, which is what I said about 5 things you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can feel, 2 things that you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. It doesn't matter if you do all of them in what order, it really doesn't matter. It's more about using those touch points around you to ground yourself back into where you are and the present moment. So that's something that I would encourage you to do, and just have a glass of water or something to drink nearby as well, because that's another way of sort of bringing your mind and your body back together, just having a drink of water. So that's kind of the ground rules. Now, what to expect? I often get asked the question as to whether hypnosis and meditation are the same, or what the differences are. And within meditation, there are many different types. The most common one that we probably know is mindfulness meditation, where you are practicing allowing thoughts to come and go and not attaching to them, and being accepting of impermanence, of being accepting of things constantly changing. And it's a practice. So mindfulness meditation is a practice. With hypnosis, we are working on bypassing what they call the critical faculty, which is your thinking part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex. It's the part that wants to analyze all incoming information and compare it against what's already in your head and see how it matches up and whether it's important or not, or whether it can fling it out. This is the part that often is a stumbling block, particularly if we have beliefs that aren't supporting us anymore, because incoming information is compared against what's already there, against this belief system. So we kind of want to hijack that, bypass it, and we can do that through hypnosis. So the idea is that we change your state of consciousness to a state where you are much more relaxed and you're much more receptive to incoming information. You don't judge it in the same way. So that's what we'll be doing today. And like I said, it's all about grounding, relaxing, and creating that mental space. So it's going to be along the lines of a visualization, so a journey-based visualization. If you've ever done anything like that, maybe a long kind of story-based meditation, that's what it's like. It's exactly what it's like. And in the beginning, we're going to do some relaxation techniques just to get you ready to receive that information. So that being said, does anyone have any questions or concerns or things that they would like me to answer before we get started? Because I want to make sure that you feel comfortable and that you don't have anything kind of going on in your head that might impact how you enjoy the session.
Yeah, shall I just talk?
Yes, please do.
I have a question. So I'm not sure what my question is really, but I suppose I'm a bit worried that I might fall asleep during what you're doing and like get trapped in some, like not hear some instructions or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. That's a really valid question, and I'm glad you asked it. So if you fall asleep, first off, don't worry. It just means that you're relaxed, and that's what your body and your mind need right now, and that's okay. So don't judge yourself if you do fall asleep. It's just what happened and what you needed in this moment. You can always listen back to it later, and that's fine. Also, your auditory system doesn't tend to switch off, so the incoming information will probably go in somewhere, so it will still be working to an extent. So please don't concern yourself or worry about that, because you'll still get the benefit from it either way.
All right, cool. Thank you.
In terms of coming back round about like getting stuck in the hypnosis and I've like not brought you round, that also won't happen. You'll probably just wake up and think, oh my goodness, I just fell asleep. What time is it? So you'll be absolutely fine. You won't get it doesn't rely on me having to bring you back around. A hypnotherapist does not have that level of, or certainly what we're doing today, that's not the level we're working at.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about that. But it was a really, really valid question. Thank you for asking. Does anyone else have anything that they want to double check or ask before we get started? Fabulous. Okay, so comfy spot, sofa, bed, glass of water. Make sure you guys are muted and we'll get started. Feel free if you want to switch off your cameras. And if you are watching on the replay, obviously it doesn't really matter whether you have your camera on or off because nobody can see you. I'm going to leave mine on, but if you do happen to look at the screen at any point, I'm going to be using a prompt script. So it may look like I'm glazed over, but I promise you I'm not. I'm just using prompts. Okay. Fab. So just to reiterate that today is an opportunity to relax and take time for yourself without kind of those racing thoughts and that spiraling and focusing on your to-do list. This is a boundary space, a bit of self-care, a bit of time for yourself to build in that grounding. And also reminding you that you're in complete control. So if at any time you want to stop, you don't feel comfortable, all you just need to do is open your eyes. And it's, as I said, useful to just start at that point to make a note of things around you, things using your different senses. So smell, touch, and sight, and hearing as well. Just to get yourself grounded and kind of out of that just woken up dazed state. And again, just sipping on some water is a really good way of bringing your mind and body back together. And we're going to be using journey-based visualizations, and there's really no right or wrong way to do this. So however you visualize things, if it's, you know, different to how I'm sharing with you, then that's absolutely perfect. That's the right way. However you experience this and whatever happens is absolutely right. There's no right or wrong. And really all you need to do, your only job now, the only thing, your only responsibility is to listen to my voice. There's nothing else that's required of you now. So make sure you are comfortable. Start anchoring into my voice, using this as your touch point for this session. And just even knowing that your only task, the only thing that you need to do is to listen, is helping you to relax, knowing that your responsibility has reduced down to just one simple thing. And with every word that you're hearing me say now, just becoming more comfortable, sinking into the bed of the chair, just feeling more relaxed. And when you feel ready to, and if you're comfortable to, just closing your eyes. And just associating in and recognizing that closing your eyes invites in deeper relaxation. And we're just going to focus in on breathing for the next few minutes. So if thoughts do wander into your head, just recognizing that that is you being a human being, and that's completely okay. So if you are familiar with mindfulness, just practicing allowing that thought to come in, naming it as a thought or a feeling, and then letting it go, allowing it to float away, and then refocusing yourself on the breath. So we're going to be breathing in through the nose, deep breaths, really allowing your abdomen to expand. And at the top of that breath, you're just going to hold it 3 seconds, counting slowly, 1, 2, 3, and then breathing out through your mouth slowly for a count of 5. And I'm going to help you through this. So breathing in through your nose, holding, 1, 2, 3, out through the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in through your nose, hold, 1, 2, 3, and breathing out through the mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, holding, breathing out. And with each breath, just relaxing further and further, remembering to realign your focus if it does wander. Taking in those deep breaths. And breathing out slowly through the mouth. Just allowing on that out breath, your shoulders to drop a little more each time. Just following that pattern for as long as you can. Knowing that the more you relax, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you relax. And I'd like to invite you with each in-breath to think about breathing in calming, relaxing feelings. And however you visualize this, whether it's a color or something that you can see, however you imagine this, just breathing in those calming, relaxing feelings. Allowing that to flow to every part of your body. And then on the out breath, breathing in a color that encompasses all of those spiraling thoughts and just breathing those out and letting them go. Just feeling your body and your mind relaxing. Finding that rhythm with your breathing. Breathing in that relaxing color, that relaxing feeling, allowing it to spread to every part of you. Before breathing out. Any thoughts or feelings of things that you want to let go of. And as you're feeling your body and your mind relaxing, just want to invite you now to settle into a natural breathing rhythm for you. Wherever that breath settles, that's great. Just enjoy this feeling for a few moments. Now that your mind is starting to switch off, you're finding a bit more space in your head, within your thoughts, a bit more clarity. We're going to invite the body to join this relaxation. So I want you to focus in for a moment on your feet. Imagining each of the muscles of the toes. Imagining them relaxing, getting lighter and lighter. Moving up to the top of the foot, around the ankles, the sole of the feet. Imagining and feeling all of the tiny muscles letting go and relaxing. And this feeling moving up to the muscles of the lower legs, up towards the knees. With each breath, the muscles becoming more and more relaxed. And tension giving way to a light, relaxed feeling. Now to the upper leg muscles, the hamstrings, the quads, the thighs. Feeling lighter and lighter. To the glutes, lower back, around the muscles of the abdomen. All letting go of any tension and surrendering to that same feeling of lightness and relaxation. And now feeling that travel up to the muscles of the chest, the shoulders, to the upper back, all getting light and calmer. Feeling that spread down your arms, down each finger and your thumbs. And then sweeping back up to your neck, your head, just feeling totally relaxed and giving in to this light, relaxed feeling. Now your whole body has surrendered to this relaxed feeling, this lightness, this calmness. And in a moment, you're going to relax even more. Still hearing my voice, still using my voice as an anchor. I count backwards from 10 down to 1. And with your eyes still closed, I want you to imagine yourself at the top, small but beautiful staircase. And each time I say a number and count down, we'll take another step down the staircase, relaxing more and more with each step. So 10, you're at the top of a beautiful staircase. Taking a step down, 9, relaxing and letting go. 8, down again, 7, relaxing more and more. 6, letting go. 5, down again. 4, being so calm and peaceful. 3, 2, and 1. And at the bottom of the stairs, you find a door. You walk slowly towards it, placing your hand on the handle. With a slight twist of the handle, the door opens and you walk through. You find yourself in a beautiful green meadow. There are wildflowers of every colour everywhere. You can hear the birds singing happily and faint rustles as the wind brushes through the trees surrounding the meadow. On the far edge of the meadow, you see an archway made by 2 willow trees. You make your way slowly towards the archway, curious of what you might find. When you get there, you see it's a walkway through to somewhere new. Curiosity invites you through the willow archway. And at the end of the walkway, you come to a small clearing, surrounded by trees and more wildflowers. And at the center of the clearing is a tall, big tree. You feel drawn to the tree and decide to sit down in between its comforting roots. You're so comfortable here. The tree feels like it's almost hugging you, like an old friend. You feel calm and relaxed, allowing thoughts to come and go, enjoying the beautiful surroundings and the trees framing the clearing around you. And as you sit there with the support from the tree, you say to yourself, feel a deep sense of calm. I feel a deep sense of calm. I feel a deep sense of calm. You think, I'm in control of my life and my thoughts. I am in control of my life and my thoughts. I am in control of my life and my thoughts. You say, I am grounded and balanced. I am grounded and balanced. I am grounded and balanced. You say, I feel inner calm throughout my mind and body. I feel inner calm throughout my mind and body. I feel inner calm throughout my mind and body. These words are part of you. They're part of the inner workings of your mind, messages that you know are true. And so each time you feel heavy or burdened, as you may have done in the past, or thoughts spiraling, you say inwardly to yourself to restore the relaxed, calm, and grounded feeling, these words. I feel a deep sense of calm. I'm in control of my life and my thoughts. I'm grounded and balanced. I feel inner calm throughout my mind and body. Going forward, you have the tools and the knowledge to be in control of your thoughts and restore the deep sense of relaxation throughout your mind and your body. A week from today, a month from today, or even years from now, you will still have the tools and the knowledge to feel relaxed, calm, grounded, just like you're feeling right now. Just reflecting on those words. Maybe imagining yourself writing them down in a journal or seeing them on a piece of paper in front of you. I feel a deep sense of calm. I'm in control of my life and my thoughts. I am grounded and balanced. I feel inner calm throughout my mind and body. Just taking a deep breath where you are with the tree and the roots hugging you. Deep breath in and a sighing breath out. And again. And in a moment, when you're ready, you just slowly start getting up from the tree and begin making your way back through the willow archway to the green meadow. And as you get up, you stretch gently, smile to yourself. And you walk back through the willow archway. As you get to the green meadow, you hear the birds again, and you're reminded of how beautiful the world is. You walk slowly back across the meadow, back to the door that you came through earlier. And with one more glance at this abundant and beautiful place, you put your hand on the handle to the door, open the door and walk through. Find yourself once again at the bottom of the small staircase you walked down earlier. And I'm going to count up from 1 to 10. And with each number, we're going to take one step up the staircase. And when I say 10, at the top of the staircase, you're going to open your eyes and wake up with a deep sense of relaxation and calm. So at the bottom of the staircase now, ready to take a step up. 1, 2, coming up. 3, feeling more awake now. 4, up again. 5, 6. Each step becoming more aware of the sounds around you. 7, 8, almost at the top now and ready to open your eyes. 9 and 10, feeling completely awake and your eyes open. So at this point, just using those techniques, looking around you, things that you can see, that you can feel, that you can hear in the space around you. If you have it to hand, taking a sip of your drink and just focusing on those sensations, whether it's cold or warm, the taste, how it feels as you drink it. Just bringing yourself back into the here and now, back into your present moment, into your space. It's also quite nice at this point just to take some deep breaths. Some people like to just have some gentle stretches or gently sort of shaking your hands, your arms or your legs out just to get some of that movement back into your body. So you're welcome to do that if you'd like to. I also know that after hypnosis, people can feel quite spacey, quite tired, quite sleepy, and that's very normal. Some people come out feeling quite energized, so everyone is different, and that goes back to individual and subjective experience. So just not judging or thinking too much about how you're feeling, just honoring the space that you're in and yourself, and just maybe taking some deep breaths and feeling grateful that you took that time for yourself. So I'm going to hang around for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So if anyone would like to ask any questions or pick my brain about anything, then I'm very happy to stay on the call. If you are feeling really good and you just want to continue enjoying this feeling, feel free to leave the call at this point. That was an amazing session. I'm so grateful that I got to do that for my fellow Frolos. And if there's anything else that I can support any of you with, things that I've talked about, then you can connect with me on Frolo. You can find me on Instagram. It's at I am Colleen Emily with 2 L's and 2 E's. And yeah, I'm absolutely here to support and help. So like I said, I'm going to hang around. So if anyone does have anything they want to ask, they can do. Otherwise, like I said, find me on Instagram. You can ask me there as well. Right, I can check in on the chat now. Oh, you're very welcome, Dee. And I don't know who's on the Samsung, but you're also very welcome. And Tarina had to leave. No worries. Yeah, I'm sorry that was your experience, Sally. Perhaps trying, yeah, it still would have helped to an extent. The idea behind hypnosis, as I shared, was getting to this sort of deeper relaxed state, if we're changing sort of the brain waves, so the brain signaling patterns. So getting into that state is part of the hypnosis. But the messaging, even if you were still awake and you hadn't got to that point in terms of your conscious state, then those words and those messagings absolutely are still going to play a part and be beneficial. Those words are still going to have gone in and you would have reflected on them and thought about them. So absolutely, there still would have been benefit in there for you, Sally. I would really encourage you to try again. Sometimes these things, it can take a little while to get into them, and it depends what else has happened that day as to how susceptible or how easy you find it to drop into that state. So that's absolutely normal and fine, and everyone will experience that to some extent. So yes, you will have got benefit, and I really encourage you to listen again on the recording if you have the opportunity to. And if you have any specific questions that you want to ask me and things, I can support you with kind of everything that's going on that didn't, that stopped you dropping into that state. Please send me a message and I can kind of go through it in a bit more specific to you and your situation, because I don't really want to go into details on a public call for you. You are welcome, Rachel, just what you needed. I'm glad to hear that. And as I said, you can listen to this as many times as you like. There is no upper limit with hypnosis. It's not like, I don't know, a good example. It's not like eating ice cream that you probably shouldn't do that often. It's like, you can do this as often as you feel want to. So you can access it. And like I said, it's part of your toolbox. You are very welcome, Karen. You're welcome, Jennifer, or Jenny. I don't know what you prefer, Jen. You're welcome, Nicola. Thank you for coming. Oh, I'm really glad you made it to one of my Zooms, Wendy. I'm so happy, and the relaxing one as well. Good for you. You're welcome, Lucy. Like I said, I will just hang around if anyone does want to ask anything. But if nobody does, then I will pop off in a minute or so. I know sometimes people nod off and say they're not really with us. Hi, Dan. Welcome back. You're welcome, Kez. I'm pleased you enjoyed it. Also, this isn't beer, just to reassure people. It's like a vegan cucumber drink. It's like the antithesis of beer. How did you find that, Dan? Yeah, there's only one down.
Really good, thank you. It's not the first time for me. I found it a lot more relaxing than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, good.
I needed it this week as well. It's the anniversary of my mum's death is on Friday, so this week's the run up to it's been a bit, so I needed that. That was really good.
Good. Well, it's recorded now. I don't know when it will go up on the channel, but you can access back into it, and if you find that this week is becoming a little bit more difficult, then you can sort of come back and take that space for yourself again.
Listen to it again, yeah, will do.
All right, I'll reply to your other message in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Kelly is probably asleep.
She possibly is. She has a habit of falling asleep on Zooms.
Oh, bless her. That's okay. Of all the Zooms, this is absolutely not a problem to fall asleep to.
I was going to say, I don't know where the time went.
No, it disappears, doesn't it? that's fine, Lucy. Yeah, you can stop recording now.